Hey everybody, looks like we're live. It's great to be here, and excited to field a few questions, answer a few questions, and talk to everybody. My name is Court Chase. I'm here in the driver recruiting department, and I've got some of my friends with me, and so we've got Rod and Mario, and we'll let them say hello as well.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. Excited to answer any questions and some of the questions common questions that we get asked a lot. So we're looking forward to answering those and answering any questions that you may have as well.
Hey, good morning. My name is Rod. Happy to be here. Hope everyone's staying safe and healthy, and hopefully we'll get some good questions so you can engage us and see what Swift is really all about.
Hey, so here's a question we have. You know, we want to know, or people want to know. They ask us all the time, what sets us apart? And Rod and Mario, maybe you guys can kick us off. What do you guys think? What sets us apart? What makes us different?
What sets us apart is I've always come to grown to know this is that as large as Swift is, 40 terminals nationwide, that's unheard of. I mean, it's just huge. But the family atmosphere that we have with, our drivers and our personnel, that I think that sets us apart. Having that family atmosphere and knowing that you're wanted and you're needed and you're appreciated. I haven't experienced that anywhere else in my career.
Yeah, definitely. I can agree with all of that. But then also, just to add and piggyback is that I think the opportunity that Swift offers nationwide, not only in our terminal base, but just the opportunity to do pretty much whatever your heart desires. You can not only be a driver with us, but also, engage us in our fleet and be able to switch to anything that you would like. And because we desire for you to grow, not to just stand still and just be that one driver on that particular fleet, but we want you to also expand in our different areas of business and really kind of grow with us, just like we're growing with the industry that we're in. So I think for that reason alone, not only because of the size, but also just because we're able to really show value in our drivers and their progress, not only career wise, but also adding value to their CDL by just being able to expound on everything that they're learning in their current position, but also being able to add to their resume and add to their CDL way more options than any other company can offer, and with no pressure of anything, just being able to speak it and then it happens.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think you guys are both spot on. I mean, I love our culture. I think that sets us apart. Definitely a family atmosphere, and then on top of that, Rod, like you were saying, just constant opportunities, the ability to move around. Mario and Rod, although they haven't driven a truck yet, I say, we may have them recruit themselves here, but they have jumped around many different positions within the organization and have always had big impacts for us. And one thing I want to mention. I just want to say that I think that our recruiters set us apart. I think about the stereotype that's out there about recruiters, especially in this industry. There's a negative, there could be a negative stereotype, right? That recruiters are dishonest. They'll kind of say anything to get you in the door. And I think that this group of recruiters that we have here, they really strive to break that mold. They want to give the best and most accurate information so that when you arrive to one of our terminals, like Mario said, we've got a lot across the country, and it's their job to really start you off on the right foot. They want you to know the correct information and start your career from the very first conversation off in a right way. And so I think that's another thing that helps set us apart, is that you're going to be talked to very honestly and broken it down on a very individual basis. Yeah. So here's a question we get a lot, right? home weekly for trainees. What do you guys say to that? What does that look like for us?
Well, home weekly for us, yeah. So there's a lot of opportunities, especially for trainees. So the nice thing about that is we have a lot of relationships with our customers where we are able to get our trainees home weekly. There's accounts that we have across the country that are home daily, not just home weekly, but home daily. And so those opportunities are available out there for somebody who's just graduating from school or just graduating from one of our academies. So I would encourage you call our recruiter number. Reach out to a recruiter and see what areas are offering home weekly or home daily accounts. But those again, there's always opportunities across the nation with throughout our all our terminals.
Yeah, absolutely. Tons of opportunity. I saw we had a question come across that said, "Hey, what if I've got a driver's license, but I don't have any experience?" Well, a couple different options, right? So um, if you've got your Class A license, come on in. Fill out your application. Let's review it. We'll make sure you meet all of our hiring criteria. You'll be on the line directly with a recruiter, and they're going to help you out. But let's say you don't have that Class A. You've got your license that allows you to drive a car. You've graduated from the Schwinn and you're into your own car. Hey, well, that's okay too, because we do have academies all across the country. And then the cool thing is that you've got options where you can even attend virtually for the
Yeah,
first for a portion of that academy time that you're with us. And so for about a week, you can attend virtually from the comfort of your own home. And then you'll come in for the next two, where you're going to get hands-on in that truck with that trailer experience. And then you're going to be set up for success the right way, being set up with one of our mentors to continue in your training.
another question came across: is this a great company to work for? I'm not just saying this because I work for Swift, but yes, it is. And I look at it this way: we are the largest transportation company out there, and we have more drivers out there. So that speaks volumes about a company that is able to continue to grow, not just with our drivers, but with our fleets, our operations inside the offices. We're constantly growing and expanding. So yeah, we are a good company to work for.
Yeah, yeah, and I can definitely agree with that. Just having the opportunity to really kind of grow within the company, but also coming from a small town that I'm from in Mississippi, we really didn't have the visibility to really kind of see a lot of trucks. But then coming to a company that I knew of but didn't know a lot about, the transparency that came from the company, and just really kind of making me feel like not only does the company matter from a recruitment standpoint to a quality standpoint, but just showing that hey, we just don't you just don't see the talk, but we walk it as well. And I think that's one of the things that has kept me here for the years that I've been here so far. So I have no complaints.
Hey, well, we really appreciate it. Looks like Madeline gave us a shout out for her husband. We got to tell you, we appreciate the shout out, but we appreciate the work that your husband is doing for us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We say it all the time. Internally, we sit in the comfort of this air conditioned building, and we know that we wouldn't have a job without our drivers out there. And so they are the most important people in our company. We sure do appreciate them.
Hands
You
down,
know,
one of the toughest jobs out there, Court.
yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
yeah. And we appreciate you as being his wife. We know
Yeah,
that you have that sacrifice as well. Not only having, not only that support not there with you every day, but then knowing that he has the support of a nation, to deliver and make sure that we have what we need. So it's
absolutely.
salute to both.
Yeah. Hey, what a question came across. I know we want to get to this talking about regional. I know we had a question come across about what are the requirements to attend our CDL school. Look, one of the best ways to find out about that is there's a scrolling, 1-800 number. There's also our website at driveswift.com. Call that phone number. You're going to get a recruiter live on the phone, and they can walk you through that.
Yeah.
The application is another way, because as soon as you fill that application out, again, a recruiter sees it and they're going to follow up with you, and they're going to walk you through. They'll review, your most recent work history, your MVR with you, all that good stuff, and they're going to let you know, hey, what is your next step in moving into to one of our academies. Hey, and for that matter, we also partner with a lot of schools. And so let's say that you've looked at our website and you see that one of our own Swift academies, it's kind of far from where you are, or something along those
Yeah,
lines. Believe me, we've got lots of options that'll help you out to fulfill your needs.
absolutely.
So, one of the questions we get a lot is, do you have regional? So, what do you guys talk about when somebody says, "Well, I need to stay in a regional area"? How do you talk to that?
Rod, do you want to hit that one or
Yeah,
piggyback?
yeah. So when someone comes to me or to any of the recruiters that they talk to, and then they are referred back to me as far as regional, I first ask them, just kind of get a narrow picture of what region they're with or what region that they live in. A lot of times, some people consider their region to be within the entire Western 11, or the everything east of the Mississippi River, but sometimes it just may be the Southeast or the Southwest. So to answer the question, yes, we do have regional, and but I think the great part, but not only piggybacking on the first question that was asked, what sets us apart is that we don't tie you down or make you necessarily say, well, you have to only drive in the West Coast. You can actually, pick something that's comfortable for you and be able to say, hey, I want to be able to explore this part of the country or that part of the country, and really kind of set yourself apart from other companies that don't have the flexibility for you to just stay east of the Mississippi River, or to be able to kind of just drive the Midwest or different parts to where you can take advantage of that shorter home time opportunity, or that opportunity to just drive in the area that you're used to. So we do, and we constantly, promote that, to not only have that flexibility to drive where you want to drive, but be where you want to be or what you're familiar with. Um, for anyone that's looking to, if they're a diehard East Coast person, or if they love the Pacific Northwest or something like that, I mean, it's here, and we can definitely offer that to you, and it's all available. You don't have to necessarily, see a part of the country that, you don't want to see, but if you do, we have that available too. That's what makes us great.
Absolutely.
Rod, I think I want everybody who is listening to grasp what you're saying. We want to personalize this experience for everybody that calls in. If you live in California and you live in the small but cool town of Tulare, hey, well, we've got an option for you, right? And we can
Mhm.
personalize that option specific to you. You live somewhere up in New York, you're in Syracuse, something along those lines. We have a personalized option for you there as well. And so what we're going to do is look for, well, do you want to be an OTR driver? Do you want to be home on weekends? What is it that you want? What is it that fits your needs? We don't want to try and give a one size fits all. We want to ask you those questions. You tell us what you're really looking for, and then hey, we're going to go down our list of all the options,
Yeah.
and hopefully we can find something that works just perfect for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. I mean, that just sets us apart. I mean, we're able to accommodate um, our our drivers. We're able to give them the opportunities to get into a dedicated regional or home weekly. So we have those options. That's what the nice part with Swift, having those options and being available, that are available for our drivers.
One of the things we wanted to touch on was dedicated routes, because that is a big question we get. I want to mention, and I'll let Mario and Rod speak further to this if you'd like. We have over, I don't even want to tell the number, right, for our competitors. We have over 5,000 dedicated jobs. We have so many dedicated jobs out there. Now, that's not what everybody wants. Um, Not everybody wants the constant routine, but some people need it. And so we've got them. And we don't just have them in one region of the country, it is spread across the whole United States. And so there will be a dedicated option for you. just depending on what you're looking for. And that goes back to us making sure that we have that personal touch for you and what's going to work for you, your family, your personal life, all that good stuff.
Yeah. And just know that these dedicated positions, a lot of companies only offer them to experienced drivers. We are able to offer these opportunities to trainees with no experience. So we have them across country. So these dedicated spots, multiple different type of dedicated spots, like Court just mentioned, across the U.S.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
such a great point. Great point on it being not just for experienced drivers, because that's what most people think. Oh, I've got to have 2 years, 6 years,
Yeah.
10 years before I'll ever get that kind of position. Nope. We have the options for you right when you come out of your mentorship. You've been trained, and we're ready to put you on there,
Yeah.
yeah,
or even to
Absolutely.
be trained with the mentor on that account.
On the
Right,
dedicated account. Yeah.
all,
yeah,
all sorts of options for you.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I
Home
think
home
that's the
weekly, home daily, out, sometimes out twice a week, home every other weekend. A lot of different opportunities.
Yeah, and I think that's the not only the trust that we have, but the confidence we have. In you not only being a Swift driver, but a Swift family member that has a CDL, and we consider a professional driver to be able to say, well, if you do want to drive this account, we trust you enough, regardless if you're just coming out of your training school or you're just you have 2 or 3 years experience. We trust you, and we have confidence in you, and we believe in you to be able to perform on this account just as well as anyone else. So we'll offer it to you, and some people are shocked
Yeah.
based on other companies that they're called. They'll be like, I can do that right now, of course, why not? So
Yep. Yeah. So hey, we had a question here about can I drive with my spouse? And no, no, I'm just kidding. Absolutely. There's options to either have a rider program. Maybe you want your spouse to even earn their CDL and you want a team together. That's an option as well. And so, absolutely, we've got lots of options. Whether, like I said, it's the rider program, or you want a team with them, and then, hey, let's say it's not your spouse, but it's man's best friend. We have a pet policy as well, and so we want you to bring that little furry creature with you, and if that's what helps you to be more comfortable and to be more productive, then we've got an option for that as well. So
yeah.
whether you want a rider who is a human being, although I thought about having Mario be one of my rider partners, but I don't know, I think I prefer a dog. So anyway, whatever your preference, you got that option.
They don't talk as much, so you're in a good spot.
Exactly. I get to do all the talking.
Yeah.
And then what we do find is that sometimes when the rider comes along, the human rider, they find that they want to drive too, and they end up getting
Yeah.
dropped off at a terminal and say, "Hey, you know what? Not only do I want home time, but I want academy time. So let me get my CDL, then come back on the truck, and I'll show you how to drive better than you do." So,
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, and you know what? Hey, we're going to do more of these live sessions, and we want to answer some of these questions directly. But I'll tell you that if you want a direct answer, you want a truthful answer, you want to know a personalized experience for you as it pertains to coming on and being a member of our Swift family, of this Swift team. Like I said, call that 1-800 number. You're going to get a recruiter on the line, or go to the driveswift.com website. Fill out your information. Again, it doesn't have to be a full application. That helps, of course. That'll always speed the process up. There's an option to just put a couple pieces of information so that you can get a call back directly.
Yeah.
And so whatever's easiest and quickest for you, do that, and we will answer all your questions. All right. So we appreciate everybody's time. Again, my name was Court. Thank you for tuning in, and it was a pleasure to be able to speak with everybody.
Have a good day, everybody.
thank you, everyone.